Night had fallen over the small village, and the chill of the autumn wind crept into every corner. The distant sound of howling echoed, as if warning of something sinister. The village was surrounded by a dense forest shrouded in mystery and ancient legends. The villagers whispered stories about a mysterious creature that appeared on moonlit nights, stealing souls. On the outskirts of the village lived a young man named Sammy, who did not believe in those superstitions and considered them mere tales to scare children. However, he was passionate about exploring the forest, always challenging himself to venture deeper despite the warnings. On a dark night, when the moon was at its brightest, Sammy decided to embark on a new adventure. He took his lantern and entered the forest, his steps weighed down by strange sounds he had never heard before. He kept walking, starting to hear faint whispers among the trees, sounding like voices calling his name. His blood ran cold, but his curiosity was stronger than his fear. Sammy reached a giant tree in the heart of the forest, its leaves glowing with an eerie light. He approached cautiously, and suddenly, a beautiful woman with long hair and shining black eyes appeared before him. She smiled and said softly, "Finally, you have arrived." Sammy couldn't move, entranced by her beauty and strangeness. The woman approached him and touched his face with her cold hand. A voice inside him urged him to run, but his body was paralyzed. She began to speak about an evil spirit that had lived in the forest for centuries, searching for young souls to renew its power. She was that spirit, and now it was Sammy's turn. Sammy tried to flee, but felt an invisible force holding him back. He closed his eyes and prayed for salvation. Suddenly, he felt warmth filling the area, and when he opened his eyes, he found himself surrounded by the ghosts of the village's ancient inhabitants who had fallen victim to the evil spirit's trap. They formed a circle around the woman, chanting mysterious spells. Sammy watched in astonishment. When the chants ended, the woman let out a piercing scream and vanished into the air, leaving behind a cold wind and deep silence. The ghosts disappeared one by one, leaving Sammy alone in the forest. But this time, he felt a strange sense of safety. Sammy returned to the village with a terrifying story in his heart. He no longer denied the existence of ghosts and evil entities. His tale became the new legend that the villagers told to warn future generations against entering the forest at night. Thus, Sammy lived to tell the tale of that night, and everyone avoided the forest when the moon was at its brightest.